Hi friends, my name is Krishna. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you would have got an opportunity to go through my previous video on reconciliation part 2. I spoke about open item, recorded item and unreconciled items there. Today, a few of the people called me up and requested me to clarify one doubt. The doubt was valid. I thought, okay, let me clarify the doubt to all of us. What is it they asked me is, Krishna, you spoke about exception to the open item. Does that exception inclusive of the pay terms of the supplier or not? It's a good question. So let me tell you what exactly I spoke. What did I say? Any entry open in respect to GL account for more than 60 days subject to their reconciliation policy will be considered as unreconciled item. This is what I said. That 60 days differs from one company to company. Some companies might consider any open item beyond 60 days will be considered as unreconciled. Some companies beyond 90 days will be considered as unreconciled. Some companies beyond 120 days they consider as unreconciled items. So that is the reason I said it is subject to their reconciliation policy. But the 60 days or 90 days or 120 days, whatever be the timelines they defined in their reconciliation policy, does it include the pay terms of the supplier? No. Answer is no. Let me clarify that with a doubt. Let us say, I'll take the same example. Vendor account, I posted an invoice for $1,000. And this supplier has 30 days pay term. 30 days pay term means what? Let us say the invoice is posted on 1st January. When I have 30 days pay term with the supplier, when I am supposed to make the payment to the supplier? On 30th January. Correct? I am supposed to make the payment to the supplier on 30th January. So, from 1st January to 30th January, this will be open. But I consider this as a recorded item. You know why? Because I know the pay terms of the supplier. I know that this supplier is going to get the payment on 30th January. Hence this $1,000, though it is open, but I called that open item as a recorded item because I know the exit date. I know the payment date. Clear? Suppose, if I do not make the payment on 30th January, that is the due date. I didn't make the payment. From there, the reconciliation policy is applicable. From 30th January onwards, if the reconciliation policy says 60 days, March 31st onwards, I consider that as unreconciled item. If I take 60 days into account. If I take 90 days as my policy, my reconciliation policy says 90 days, beyond 90 days I consider as unreconciled item, then February, March, April. After 30th April, I consider this 1,000 as unreconciled item because I did not make the payment to the supplier even after 90 days of my pay terms. Are you getting my point? Suppose if I have 120 days, as per my reconciliation policy, when I am supposed to make the payment to the supplier? 30th January. February, March, April, May. Till 31st May, I consider this as an open item. Till 31st May, I consider this as an open item because as per my reconciliation policy, after pay terms, after 30 days of my pay term, I can still consider that as an open item for next 120 days. or 90 days or 60 days. So after 120 days, still if I do not make the payment of this $1,000, this will go to unreconciled. Clear? Let me clarify that once again. If you know the pay terms of the supplier, you posted this invoice $1,000 on 1st January and the pay terms is 30 days. So 30th January you are supposed to make the payment. You know that 30th January you are going to make the payment to the supplier. Hence 1st January to 30th January this $1,000 will be considered as a recorded item. Number 2. If this payment is not made after 30th January, this will become unreconciled item if it exceeds 60 days or 90 days or 120 days as defined in our reconciliation policy. If your reconciliation policy says 60 days is the timeline for them, so from 30th January you need to wait for 60 days to complete. Till 60th day you consider this as an open item. Beyond 60 you consider that as unreconciled item. Similarly, if it is 90 days, from 30th January you need to calculate 90 days and after 90th day you consider this as unreconciled item. If it is 120 days, from 30th January you need to wait for 120 days to cross so that you can consider that as unreconciled item. This is what I meant there. In case if you still have any doubts, you can very well send me an email. I can definitely clarify. I hope this doubt would have been clarified, would have been clear to you. Thank you so much for calling me and asking for these doubts. That shows people are very much interested to learn the subject, and it encourages me to shoot these kind of videos. And thanks for showing the interest. Anyway, next Wednesday again I'm going to submit or upload reconciliation part 3. This I am considering as reconciliation part 2B because it is a doubts clarification video. Thanks for watching my videos, and like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.